And we can either bring ourselves low or God can bring us low, right? You've heard the saying, get knocked down a few pegs. You see people that deal with arrogance or walk around puffed up, and someone will say they need to be knocked down a few pegs, right? Why? Because it's not good for them to be such a way. Because if we realize our form and our state, then we realize our need for God. Like, for example, if we think we can do all things ourselves and that we have power in the flesh and that we are destined for greatness and all this other stuff, right? We believe all the junk the world puts out. Then we would say, what need is God? We can do it. I can do it, right? Whereas if we think of the opposite, that God is beating our heart one beat at a time, giving us breath, one breath at a time, giving us food to eat, that we are upheld by God. This very ministry, everything that I do, it's in God's hands. So like I'm praying, God, please help this ministry continue another day because it's in your hands. Like you could decide not to. You could take me out or I could fall to temptation. The only way I am able to do this is by the grace of God. Now, obedience plays into it, but at the end of the day, it's his sovereign will, it's his grace, it's his power. And so when you have that mind frame of humility, of meekness, of this understanding of what life truly is, saying, Lord, I don't want to play the game of being willfully ignorant. I don't want to run anymore. I don't want to hide from this. I want to accept that life involves suffering, and that suffering is meant to bring me closer to you. And that when I'm closer to you, you lift me up. Hey man, that's the name of the song, isn't it? You lift me up. I'm not going to try to sing it because, that would be ugly. I don't want to disgrace the song, but God lifts us up. You see? So all throughout the Bible, there's this pattern. Like he casts down the proud, but what does he do to the humble? He lifts them up. And the Bible even says he exalts the humble, But my thought is, if you're saved, you will not lose your salvation. And if you're walking in the Spirit, you will not fulfill the lust of the flesh. And that if you say that you're saved and you're living very carnally, okay? And I don't mean like you're saved and you just, something happens and we all fall short, okay? But I mean like habitually carnally. Like you say that you're saved, but you're completely in the world, that there's a confusion